Hi everybody, welcome to Tunisia. Today we are talking about coffee. Today I want to show you 5 different ways that Tunisians drink coffee and 3 places they drink it. I'm Paul and welcome to my channel. Coffee is essential to Tunisian society. It's called cafe or kawa, depending on who you're talking to. We drink it at home, we drink it on the street, we drink it just about everywhere. While a lot of people drink coffee at home, many people go out to the street and drink coffee at cafes. We have 3 types of cafes in Tunisia. We have the Cafe Rajal, which is a men's cafe, Cafe Mix, where everybody can go, and the Allonge de Thé. Cafe Rajal is a place where the men go and hang out. While women are prohibited from going to the cafe, they will feel very uncomfortable going and sitting at one. Because when you go there, it's pretty much all men just sitting there. You'll find men from the ages of 18 to 118 from all walks of life, drinking coffee, playing cards, smoking shisha. These cafes have very minimal decorations. You'll just find tables and chairs, maybe some nice tile, but that's about it. Half the men will be sitting inside, half the men will be sitting outside, depending on the weather. Cafe Rajals are also cheap. They cost a dinar and a half, which is about 50 cents per cup of coffee in one of these places. Cafe Rajals are also quintessential to a Tunisian town. If there's no other types of cafe, there will at least be a Cafe Rajal. If there's no Cafe Rajal, it is not a community, it's not a town. Cafe Mixed is a mixed cafe where both men and women can go. The price point's a little bit higher for Cafe Mixed, talking about 1.5 to 2 dinar for a cup of coffee, and the decoration is a bit more pleasant. You will find both men and women, probably about 70% male, 30% women, maybe, depending on the Cafe Mix. Some Cafe Mix are pretty much Cafe Rajal, just with a little bit more decoration, while other Cafe Mix you'll find a bunch of young people or students hanging around and studying together. Salon de thés are cafes, but fancy. They're nice. They're the place where you want to take a date. They have coffee, tea, cocktails, milkshakes, even some food. And they'll be well decorated and they're designed for you to go and hang out and have a nice, chill day. They're very private, so if you go there to hang out, don't expect anybody to come talk to you because it is a place where you can just hang out and do your thing. The price point for a coffee at a salon de thé will be somewhere between 3 dinar and 5 dinar, which is about $1 to $1.50 per cup of coffee. No matter where you go to get coffee in Tunisia, you have the same 5 drinks to choose from. This morning, I went to the cafe and got all 5 for you. Let's try them out. First one, the most basic drink in Tunisia. Espress, or in English, espresso. It's very simple, 50 to 100 cc's of pressure extracted coffee. Excuse me, I did not put any sugar in that. It's very strong, extremely bitter. If you're a coffee fanatic, sorry, not fanatic. If you're a coffee snob, that's not for you. Tunisian coffee is subsidized by the government. And the government buys Arabica coffee and Robusta beans and they mix it at about a 60 to 70% ratio of 60-70% Arabica, 30 to 40% Robusta bean. And that really takes away the flavors of coffee. So I'm going to taste it again and I'm going to give you a little bit more of a flavor profile of what you'll taste when you taste typical Tunisian coffee. Excuse me. It's very dark roast. It's very bitter. There is a lot of acidity to that. Pretty much what you're tasting is a really, really dark roast. All you taste is the burnt flavor of the coffee. So if you get an Espress in Tunisia, in a Tunisian cafe, I really highly recommend loading up on the sugar. Most guys put 2 packets of sugar in a little cup like this. Next up, Allonge. just like the Espress. It's made in an espresso machine, except instead of stopping it at this amount, they let a little bit more water go through until you got about this much coffee. Much more mild. It doesn't hit you as hard, but you get that just bitterness, slight acidity, and there's not a lot of other flavors going on other than maybe some ash, and that's really about it. So when you see guys sitting there at a cafe for a long time, these are the two drinks they're going to be drinking, because it takes a long time to drink them, because when you take a little sip, that coffee, that dark roast flavor just sits on your mouth, and you can just sit on that for 10-20 minutes between every drink because it's so thick and powerful. Next up, Cafe American. A little less popular than the other two. And they take the espresso amount of coffee and they let more water run through it, so you get a Cafe American. This is more like a filtered coffee. It's got a lot of water and it's much more palatable, easier to drink. And like these two, because of the flavor profile, you can sit there and you can sip it for a while because that flavor is going to sit on your tongue. Difference with this one is it's just more water added in with the coffee. The Capucin is the espresso, but with a dollop or two of milk foam. You have the same flavor profiles going on there, except the milk kind of cuts away at the acidity a little bit and makes it a more palatable drink. Finally, the most popular drink in Tunisia, outside of the Espress and Allonge, is the direct. This is the one that everybody knows. You go into a cafe, salon de thé, everybody gets direct. It is essentially a cafe au lait, or about, depending on the cafe, because each cafe is different. Some will do an espresso with about a cup of milk, and some will do an allonge with about that much milk. It's essentially like drinking a hot milk with just a little bit of coffee flavor. It's very nice, very relaxing, and will get you that nice caffeine boost that you're looking for in the morning. Tunisian coffee is very different. It might not be the best tasting coffee, it might not even be the fanciest coffee. However, it's important. Not because of how it tastes. You saw my reaction. I don't necessarily like Tunisian coffee. In fact, my favorite one right here is the direct, because it just cuts out all the bitter flavors of these other four. The most important thing about Tunisian coffee is not the quality of the bean. It's the quality of the relationship that you spend with the person around you. Those cafe ragiots are so quintessential to communities. That's where you guys get together. That's where people meet their neighbors. The cafe mix. That's where the young people can get together in a safe place. Drinking coffee and just have a good time. Watching soccer, football, whatever you call it. Whether or not the quality of the coffee is good or bad doesn't matter. The point is, you're sitting around drinking a bitter drink, or a sweet drink if you've added the sugar, with somebody that you love and you care about. In fact, if you go out to coffee with a Tunisian, they will probably want to pay because they're very hospitable people. And if they do pay, it's because they love you. Don't feel bad. They're showing how much they care. Welcome to Tunisia, and welcome to Tunisian Coffee. Thanks for enjoying some coffee with me today. Be sure to hit a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Check out my company's website at lancercommunities.com. I offer intercultural consulting and coaching, language advice. I've got a co-working space right here in Tunisia where you can come work with me. And I've got this wonderful book that you can buy that takes you from not knowing anything in a language to knowing the first 1,000 words. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.